Pocket English Podcast
from your pocket.
Welcome back to your Pocket English Podcast, where we fit a full English lesson into your coffee break. Have you ever thought about why some conversations feel easy, like playing a game of catch, while others feel like hitting a brick wall? Imagine this. It is Saturday morning. You are holding a heavy bag of trash. You step into the elevator. Your neighbor is there. He smiles and says, "Nice weather today, isn't it?" You panic. Your mind goes blank. You just say, "Yes?" And then, silence. The elevator hums. You stare at the numbers changing. It is painful.
Oh, I know that feeling too well. When I first moved to my new apartment, I used to wait inside my door and listen for footsteps in the hall. If I heard anyone outside, I would hide in my kitchen just to avoid that awkward silence in the elevator. I never knew what to say after hello.
Today, we are going to fix that silence forever with a simple math formula for speaking called answer plus add.
Math? I thought we were learning English today, Emma.
We are, but this formula is the secret to sounding fluent. Most learners kill conversations instantly because they are too polite.
Too polite? How can being polite be a problem?
Think about it. In school, we learn to answer questions directly. If someone asks, "How are you?" we say, "I am fine, thank you." If someone asks, "Do you like the weather?" we say, "Yes, I do."
That sounds correct to me. Those are perfect sentences.
They are grammatically perfect, but they are socially dead. They stop the conversation ball. Imagine we are playing catch. If you throw me the ball by asking a question, and I just catch it and put it in my pocket, the game is over.
I see. So yes or I am fine is like putting the ball in your pocket.
Exactly. You leave the other person with nothing to say. That is why the silence happens. They are waiting for you to throw the ball back, but you stopped the game.
So how do we keep the game going without thinking too hard? I get nervous when I have to think of a new topic.
You do not need a new topic. You just need the formula. Answer plus add.
Okay, break it down for me.
It is simple. Step 1, answer the question. Step 2, add one tiny detail. Just one.
What kind of detail?
It can be anything. A feeling, a plan, or even a complaint. Let's try it. I will play the neighbor in the elevator. I say, "Cold today, isn't it?"
Okay, the old me would say, "Yes, very cold."
And then silence. Now try the formula. Answer the question, then add one detail about why it is cold for you, or what you are doing in the cold.
Okay, answer, yes, it is freezing. Add, I almost forgot my coat upstairs.
Perfect. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah, by saying I almost forgot my coat, I gave you some information. Now you can picture me running back upstairs.
Exactly. And because you gave me that detail, I can reply naturally. I could say, "Oh, I did that last week." Or at least you remembered it in time. You gave me a hook to hang the next sentence on.
That is a really useful word. A hook, like a coat hook on the wall?
Yes. In conversation, a hook is a piece of information that the other person can grab onto. If you just say yes, there are no hooks. The wall is smooth. They slip off.
I love that image. So answer plus add creates hooks.
Let's practice with another common scenario, the heading out conversation.
Heading out? Is that a phrasal verb?
Yes. Heading out simply means leaving or going somewhere. You hear it all the time in apartment buildings or offices. Are you heading out?
Okay, so imagine we bump into each other in the lobby.
Right. And bump into is another great phrase. It doesn't mean we physically hit each other. It means we met by accident. So we bump into each other. I ask you, "Heading out for the day?" Old me, "Yes." Boring. Try the formula.
Okay, answer, yes, I am. Add, I need to get some groceries before the store closes.
Excellent. Now I have a hook. I can ask, "Oh, which store do you go to?" Or, "Are you cooking something special?" The conversation flows.
It feels much less stressful. I don't have to be funny or clever. I just have to say one true thing about what I am doing.
That is the secret. You don't need to be interesting. You just need to be open. Let's try a harder one, the weekend question.
Oh, the dread. Any plans for the weekend? I hate that question because usually my plan is just sleep, and that sounds lazy.
Sleeping is a valid plan, but you need the right grammar to make it sound active. When we talk about future plans in English, especially for the near future like this weekend, we often use the present continuous tense. That is the verbing form, right? Like I am eating? Yes, but we use it for the future. Instead of saying I will sleep, which sounds like a robot making a promise, we say I am catching up on sleep.
I am catching up on sleep. That sounds much better. It sounds like a necessary activity.
Exactly. Catch up is a great phrasal verb. It means to do something you didn't have time for before. You can catch up on sleep, catch up on work, or catch up with a friend.
Okay, so let's try the formula with the weekend question. You ask me.
So Jack, do you have any plans for the weekend?
Answer. Not really, just relaxing. Add. I am catching up on some reading.
Beautiful. I am catching up on some reading. Now I can ask, what are you reading?
And the ball is back in your court.
Precisely. Let's try one more for the listeners. This is a very common Monday morning question. Did you have a good weekend?
Okay, listeners, think about your last weekend. How would you answer?
Remember, do not just say yes. Say yes and then add one thing you did.
Let me try one. Yes, it was great. I went to the park with my dog.
Perfect. You use the past simple tense because the weekend is finished. I went. And the detail was with your dog. Now I can ask about your dog.
This actually takes the pressure off me. I used to think I had to ask the other person questions to be polite. I would say, I'm fine, and you?
And you is the classic hot potato throw. You are just throwing the hot potato back to them without cooling it down first. It is okay to ask and you, but only after you give your answer plus add.
So, I'm fine. I just finished a big project. How about you?
Exactly. That is a master level response. You gave a detail, finished a big project, so they know why you are fine, and then you invited them to speak.
You know, Emma, I think this works for business too. It's not just for neighbors.
It absolutely works for business. Imagine your boss asks, is the report finished?
If I just say yes, it sounds a bit short, maybe even rude.
Right, but use the formula. Answer, yes, it is. Add, I sent it to your email 5 minutes ago.
Or, no, not yet. I am just checking the final numbers.
Exactly. The add part shows you are working or thinking or engaging. It makes you sound professional.
I realized something else. The add doesn't have to be positive.
What do you mean?
Well, if a neighbor asks, how are you? I don't always have to say, I'm fine.
That is a great point. Authenticity creates connection. If you are having a bad day, you can use the formula too.
So if you ask, how are you? I could say, I've been better. My car broke down this morning.
Yes, that is a fantastic answer. I've been better is the answer. My car broke down is the add. Now suddenly we are having a real conversation. I will immediately say, oh no, I am so sorry. Is it expensive to fix? We are bonding.
If I just said I'm fine, we would never have that moment.
Exactly. We hide behind I'm fine because we think it is safe, but safe is lonely.
Wow, safe is lonely. That is deep for a podcast about grammar.
Language is about connection, Jack. Grammar is just the tool we use to build the bridge.
Speaking of building bridges, if you are enjoying this episode and want to build your English skills every week, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We release these pocket-sized lessons to help you practice regularly.
Yes, hitting that subscribe button is a great add to your daily routine.
Nice one. Okay, I have a challenge for myself.
What is it?
Next time I see my neighbor, I am not going to hide. I am going to wait for the elevator, look him in the eye, and use the formula.
I love that. But be prepared, Jack. If you use this formula, your neighbor might actually start talking to you more. You might become friends.
That is a risk I am willing to take. But what if they ask a question I don't understand? That is my other fear.
That is a topic for another episode. But briefly, if you use answer plus add, you are controlling the topic. If you say, I am going to the supermarket, the conversation will probably stay on food or shopping. You are guiding the chat to a place where you know the vocabulary.
That is true. I am building the road we are walking on.
Let's review the vocabulary we used today, because we slipped in some good phrases naturally.
We sure did. First was heading out.
Heading out, to leave a place. Are you heading out for lunch?
Then we had bump into.
Bump into, to meet someone by accident. I bumped into my old teacher at the library.
And one of my favorites, catch up.
Catch up, to do something you are behind on, or to talk to a friend you haven't seen in a while. I need to catch up on my emails.
And finally, a nice phrase for saying goodbye. Have a good one.
Oh, we didn't mention that one yet. That is a bonus.
I hear it all the time in coffee shops. Here's your coffee. Have a good one.
Yes, have a good one is a friendly, casual way to say have a good day or have a good evening. It works for any time of day.
It is the perfect way to end a small talk interaction. You do your answer plus add, you chat for a minute, the elevator opens, and you say, "Well, I'm heading out. Have a good one."
You sound like a native speaker already, Jack.
It is the formula. It gives me confidence.
That is what we want for all of our listeners. Confidence is not about knowing every word in the dictionary. It is about having a strategy when your mind goes blank.
So, listeners, here is your mission, if you choose to accept it.
For the next 24 hours, do not give a one-word answer to anyone, not in English and not even in your native language.
Try it. If your partner asks, "Did you sleep well?" don't just say, "Yes." Say, "Yes, I finally caught up on some rest."
See how it changes the energy in the room. See how it makes the other person smile.
And we want to practice with you right now. We are going to ask you a question, and we want you to leave your answer plus add in the comments below.
Here's the question. Did you have a good week?
Don't just type yes.
Type yes and tell us one small thing you did. Yes, I started a new book. Yes, I finally finished my work.
Or even, "No, I was really busy with exams."
We read every comment, and we love seeing your specific details. It makes us feel like we know you.
It really does.
Thank you for fitting us into your pocket today. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to practice, and now you have the tool to keep it going.
Don't let the ball drop. Keep it moving.
We will see you in the next episode.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye!